Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I'm going on the deck. It's kind of sunny, kind of cloudy, but I'm going. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I got a blue jay here with me, plus Pearl, of course. So, I have a picture of my brain on a CD in my purse. Really creepy. So I had my MRI yesterday morning. I am not claustrophobic, so I did not have any trouble inside the machine. The machine is white, the lid of the machine is white plastic and they have it lit, so you're not going into a dark tunnel. But I had my eyes closed the whole time and I was fine. But I am not claustrophobic, so I can imagine. That some people might have, But the battery of questions, I guess there's a lot of different ways you can have metal in your body. I do not have any, so it worked out fine. But, yeah. So I was feeling very weirded out yesterday. The whole thing is, weirding me out. I had an episode the day before yesterday. Weirded me out. Just, on top of everything else. My face isn't even. I gotta stop looking at this camera. I don't even know. Just start looking at the actual camera and not the picture of myself. So yeah, I was weirded out yesterday, I have to say. But I'm going to the neurologist tomorrow. For those who... I got something tickling my head, and I think it's just me scratching it from before. But it could be a bug. I saw one of these short videos, reels that you see. And it's a guy got his camera out. Why he's doing it with a camera, I don't know. And I think it was his father. The little girl, and she would have been like 5. And she had a big messy kind of bun on top of her head. And she's, something's pulling my hair. Something's pulling my hair. So he opens up her messy bun and finds a chipmunk in her hair. The chipmunk was pulling her hair. So what's pulling my hair? Nothing could hide in my hair. Anyway. So yeah, so the short recap is I've been having these weird numbness and tingling in the lower half of my left face and in my left hand and arm. And the neurologist said it's face and hand syndrome, which is very common in people who have had strokes. But the CAT scan showed that I haven't had a stroke, but he thinks it's like a warning sign. That's the short recap. So when I went to the doctor, they had prescribed all kinds of things. I had an EKG, I had a CAT scan, I had a sonogram of my veins, and the last thing they scheduled or prescribed was an MRI, which I finally was able to get yesterday. And they sent me to a neurologist. So the neurologist is one who told me what it was. And to come back I'm coming back on Wednesday with my CD of my brain, so he can take a look at it. He said that the CAT scan probably would have shown if I have actually had some kind of a stroke. But the MRI will show more, so we'll see what he finds tomorrow. Meanwhile, that's a weird procedure. Oh, but I was coming back and I got in the elevator, and there was a tiny baby in a carrier with her parents, but this was the tiniest baby I have ever seen that I wasn't related to. I said, oh my God, how old? And the mother said, oh, she's very fresh. A day and a half. She was going home from being born. Very fresh. It cracked me up. Yeah, tiniest little baby. Sleeping, just sleeping. I hope they had a good night. Oh, but that was fun. That was very fun. And then I stopped at the store because the Wegmans is on the way home. Did a little grocery shopping, dog food. And mushrooms, because Dennis needs mushrooms to make beef stroganoff, and we were talking about beef stroganoff, and he hadn't bought mushrooms, so I did. I'm not sure. I don't think he has the meat for it yet. I think it's not coming till Thursday, so we'll see. I don't know how much we'll be feeding Christy when she's here, because she comes late Wednesday, so she will have already eaten by the time she gets here. And Thursday we're eating out after the service. So Thursday night, you know, we're going to want something. And but Friday she may be eating with her dad, so we'll find out. We'll see. And then Saturday she's leaving. It's a long drive between Pennsylvania and Mississippi. I think it's like 16 or 17 hours. She does it by herself in one shot. She likes to drive, and that's good. She listens to mysteries on video, you know, audio books, and enjoys it. So I mean, obviously she'd enjoy it more if it were shorter, but it isn't. So, but it'll be good to see her, and I'm glad she can come. And there's no hurricane. She couldn't come to my mom's service last year because Hurricane Helene wiped out the roads between Mississippi and Pennsylvania. She was heartbroken. Very hard. So anyway, she's coming tomorrow, late. Tomorrow I have my neurologist in the afternoon. And we're starting to talk about the service for Aura. Trying to figure out what would be good for her. Sadly, her brother can't come, so. And sister-in-law won't be able to come, but they'll be there in our hearts. So anyway, I peeled my lemons yesterday, and I made crackers last night. So they dehydrated overnight, so we have a fresh batch of good crackers, and we didn't save any of the other crackers. The other crackers are good. They're just not as good, and because they're not quite as delicious texture-wise or something, I'm not sure, we don't eat them as fast. So that could be a way to cut down on having to make crackers all the time. And, you know, and the difference is store-bought cream cheese versus Dennis's homemade cream cheese. Dennis is the king of the microbes, and so he makes yogurt, he makes cream cheese, he makes sour cream. Oh, the geese are starting. That was only 2 of them though. And I discovered that I really like the crackers made with his cream cheese better than store-bought cream cheese, which, you know, but they're good with store-bought cream cheese. I'm not trying to dissuade you in the least. They're just better. So I made them last night because he made cream cheese the other day. So we were all set. one batch of his cream cheese will make 3 batches of crackers. So I'm good for a while, and he'll make more cream cheese. He knows better than to let it lapse now. Anyway, so today I peeled the lemons yesterday, but today I have to make the lemon juice and get it all bottled up and everything. Now that the peels have macerated in their citric acid. That's the only thing I have on my agenda. Oh, that's not true. Yesterday, I got a text from Peter saying, did you see my email from Saturday? I never see his emails. I don't know why. I look at my emails and somehow his name just, it's like a blind spot. I don't even know. And I don't look that great on my emails, He needs to figure out that he's got to text me to say, check my email. So anyway, he did the final inheritance taxes, and I have to sign some papers and send a check in, not a big check. And because I already paid them. I paid them in November, except that the calculation wasn't exactly correct. So and yeah, so I have to do that. I printed them out yesterday, the pages that I have to sign. So I just have to sign them and write a check and mail them in to him, and he'll package it up. And well, he's on vacation. His paralegal Cheryl will do the work, which is good because she's cheaper. I don't know if I told you, but he sent me a bill because I need to figure out how much money I'm gonna have to pay so I can get the right amount of money out so that it all works out in the end. So he sent me a preliminary bill, and it wasn't cheap, but it was way less than my mind had calculated. So I think that a lot of the conversations we had were not fully billed, that kind of thing, because so it is a very reasonable bill as far as I'm concerned for the work that he did and the help that he was to me, because there's no way I could have done this without him. And as stressed as I was, I can't even imagine not having guidance through this process. Now, Dennis's process is a lot smoother, I think, just because Aura's estate is much more straightforward. Hers, she just had assets in the bank, period. Everything else had already been dealt with. So I think his road ahead as an executor is going to be smooth, if they would ever send him the short certificate. When did we go? A week ago to Westchester. They still haven't sent it to him, so now he might have to make a phone call. And he hates that. But this is a phone call he has to make. I can't make it for him. Well, I could, but it'd just be me saying, and they'll say I need to talk to him, and I'll hand him the phone. So why do I have to dial and, Anyway, I'm not making the phone call. He'll make the phone call to find out, where a short certificate is. We should have just said we'll pick it up. We should have just said we'd pick it up. Because he can't get started without that proof that he's, allowed to. Anyway, so the funeral's on Thursday. But the luncheon is all arranged, and we've been talking about what we want to do. I need to think about what I want to say, because I want to speak about her and my relationship with her and the kind of person she was. So, anyway, that's what's going on. I'm watching a little bit of television. I didn't do any knitting yesterday, but I did do a couple things, crackers and lemons, and a little tiny bit of executrixing. Didn't hardly count. Yep, and we walked the dogs. It was a pretty nice day. Actually, it wasn't beautiful because I didn't sit outside yesterday. Well, partly because, I sit out here and do my vlog and think, oh, this is really nice. I should come back out. But I didn't do a vlog yesterday. And so by the time I came in, I was all weirded out. I spent the day being weirded out. You wouldn't think that would take too much time. It was spread thinly over the whole day. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to taking my video to the neurologist tomorrow. Seeing what he has to say. Pearl, puppy, Pearl. Dennis heard me yelling at Pearl. He called her to go in the house. Once she starts, she's just a loudmouth. Oh, and here comes Maisie. Don't you come out here to bark. Anyway, well, they're on the alert for something. I don't know what's over there. They probably saw a squirrel or something. And I don't have much else to say, so I will go. Like I said, I'm making lemon juice today, and I have no idea what else. And I will talk to you tomorrow. My appointment's not until 1 o'clock, so I have plenty of time to talk to you. Hey, pup, put your paw down. That's Maisie girl came. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? And there's Pearl. I don't know if you can see her or not. Yeah, you can. There's my girls. They love the deck if I'm on it. Right, pup? You love the deck if I'm on it. So I'm gonna go cuddle my girls, upload the video, and wish you a very, very good day. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane. Right, puppy?